Hey there, cats and kids. Captain Zorik here, known in the Society for Creative Anachronism as Lord Ervald Lacouvre Edwardson the Optimistic. Now, as some of you may or may not know, I sprained my knee this week. So, getting up on 2 feet and showing you how to do moves and doing jumping jacks and that kind of thing is not going to happen. So, we're going to talk about how to swing a sword when you can't stand on your feet. All right then. Now, and I can't actually get on my knees either. However, there will come times in battle when you will not be able to plant your feet and you will not be able to put your hips into a blow. So, what do you do with it? We'll get to that. All right. So, thank you very much for joining me so far. Who we got here online? Jason, Edward, and a few other people. I see the numbers there out there. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's socially distant, virtual Society for Creative Anachronism sword fighting practice. It's hot, it's sweaty, it's steamy, it's buggy out here. I'm wearing long linen pants that are not hot to keep the bugs off of me, but I sure wish I'd put on long sleeves. So forgive me if I smack my arms because there's a bug on it every once in a while. Now, I sprained my knee, so therefore I can't get up and lead you all in a physical workout of jumping jacks and squat thrusts and that sort of thing. And also I cannot demonstrate using my hip to develop power. So I'm going to sit here on this stool and we're going to talk about the techniques that you can use to build the physics to maximize power. Who's with me? Give me a thumbs up or something. All right, so I'm also going to talk a little bit in fact, we're going to start with one simple workout that you can do to build strength in your forearm, because strong arms will be able to throw stronger blows. All right, get yourself a lead pipe or any other heavy thing in your hand. You can use your sword and put, if you've got a basket hilt on it or some weight, put that at the end. You can use a baseball bat. The point is, it's got to be something with a little bit of weight, and the weight has to be beyond your thumb. All right? Now, if you've got an armchair, put your arm on the armchair. If you don't have an armchair, put your arm on your thigh like so. All right? Ah, there's the thumbs up. Thanks. All right, you give me confidence. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get this. Much more better. Okay, so you've got your forearm on your thigh. This was taught to me by the late Viscount Sir Edward. Anywho, clamp your forearm on your thigh so you isolate your forearm. All right. Now see how I've got the stick horizontal, right? Let's pretend this is a lead pipe. Now, I've got my fingers open, and now you remember that turning the doorknob handle thing that I've been showing you, that we've been beginning all our workouts with? Well, you do that, only you do it from here. So, close your hand and bring your hand over nice and slow. All right, nice and slow over. All right, until it's horizontal the other way. Then, bring your hand up and bring it over nice and slow. Nice and slow the other way. Okay? Try it from another angle. There's nothing to put my foot on. There we go. Bring your hand over. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. All right? Now, bring your hand over the other way. Nice and slow. Nice and slow. All right? There you go. Do that 8 times, then rest. You can do this while watching TV or listening to the radio or talking with somebody. And that will build up this muscle right here. That muscle right there, that's not as big as it used to be because I haven't been using my right arm because of my shoulder, is a muscle that carpenters have and blacksmiths have. And that enables you to do this to someone's face hard enough to kill them. So, if you have massive forearm muscles and can do this, then all right, then you don't have to watch this. But no, watch it anyway, because the less you have to use your small muscles, then the less tired your small muscles will get, the more often you can use them, the more often you can drill, the more often you can hit the other person in the head, the more often they will fall down. All right, so I'm using this here dagger to showcase because it's short and it won't, and not that I don't have a lot of room, but it'll be easier to see. So now you remember, first let's just limber up our fingers here. All right, just shake them out, shake out your hands. All right, move your wrists around. All right, in a circle. Okay, move those wrists in a circle. Keep them limber. All right, move them in another circle. Keep them limber. All right. Okay. Fingers open and closed. All right. Fingers open and closed. Okay. Now, close your hands from your pinky to your pointer. All right, and open them. Pinky to pointer and open. Pinky to pointer and open. Pinky to pointer and open. Now, move them, close them pointer to pinky and open. 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 Pointer to pinky is how you milk a cow. All right? Now, like so. All right? Now, we're going to add a twist in the wrist, and that's opening the door handle. Okay? Open the door handle. Okay? Open the door handle. Do it with both hands. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. All right? Now, open the door handle on two horizontal doors. All right? That are going through your head, but your head is immaterial, so just don't overthink it. Okay? So, you're holding basically like two trays here. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Or if you want, you're swinging the cow around and squirting yourself in the face. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Okay. Shake it out. Shake it out. Shake it out. All right. Now, take your stick. All right. While it's up, just hold it comfortably and milk the cow. Just get used to that. Milk the cow. Milk the cow. Milk the cow. Milk the cow. All right? Milk the cow. Now, just turn your hand, palm up. Milk the cow. Milk the cow. Milk the cow. For those that haven't figured it out yet, the blade should be in line with your palm, with the knife edge of your palm, so that, boom, if you were to do a karate chop, you would slice his head off. Okay? So, open the door handle. Open the door handle. Open the door handle. Now, open the door handle the other way. Okay? Boom. Turn your palm from vertical to down. All right? Now, if you had strong enough forearms, you could kill somebody from this position by doing that or that. Most people are not that strong. So therefore, this is not the end of the lesson. Okay? Now, after studying a lot of techniques over the past 30 years about how to hit somebody with a sword, with a stick, I've noticed one thing. Well, I've noticed a lot of things, but one thing, a guiding principle on a lot of techniques is don't think so hard about moving the hand. Think hard about where do you need to move the elbow to get the hand there. So, in a basic pose, in a basic guard, you're very likely to have your shield shoulder pointing towards the enemy. All right. So maybe at a bit of an angle. Not exactly on a straight line, but like this. And the advantage here is that your chest is a smaller target, so you can put your shield at a bit of an angle towards the enemy instead of having to hold it flat to hold your chest to protect yourself. That way you can park your elbow on your hip or something when you get tired. And that also is the secret to how to strap your shield. Put your arm up like this, lay a sheet, have someone hold a shield in the optimal protective position, trace your arm, and then put the straps in the appropriate places. So, oh God, I should have worn long sleeves. Okay, and I should have tucked my pants, I should have worn socks so that I could tuck my pants into my socks because the bugs are killing my hands. Anywho, so, and I'm going to wear this hat because this hat allows more of a breeze. All right, so we've got our sword up on our shoulder and we've got our palm up for the purpose of this exercise. Right, now I'm putting my elbow way back there so that I have room for it to move. Why do I want to move my elbow? Because I want to move my hand. Actually, I don't want to move my hand. We want to just move the elbow and see what it does to the hand. So I can show you what just moving the elbow does to the hand. If you were to just try to leave, theoretically, which is of course impossible, leave your hand where it is and draw your arm, your shoulder across your chest. Okay, like you're trying to hit the guy with your shoulder. Okay, like, not shoulder, elbow. Draw your elbow across your chest like you're trying to hit the guy with your elbow. Okay, just do that. All right. Okay, now notice how by accident you moved your hand. Okay, your hand just moved, it just did that. All right, practice that for a few seconds while I go get a shirt with long sleeves. Okay. There we go. Oh my God, the difference between the air-conditioned outside, inside, and the air's condition outside is like drastically different. Okay, long sleeves, New York nights, here we go. So, you've got the elbow going across your chest, right? Now, add to that, when you've got the elbow far enough across your chest that your hand is starting to swing forward anyway, add the closing of the fingers, all right? Boom, just like that, okay? Boom, just like that. Boom, just like that. Boom, just like that. Take it from, here's from a front view. Boom, just like that. Notice that without really working too hard, the stick goes all the way through the other guy's head. Boom. Now, of course, the other guy's head will probably stop the stick right about there. But if you play like you're gonna go all the way through, it won't stop before it has to. So, boom, right? Boom. Okay. Boom. One more time. Boom. All right. Now, of course, you're not gonna be, Rex, shake it out a little. Now, you're not gonna be smelling the guy's breakfast in every fight. You're going to be smelling the guy's breakfast in a lot of fights just because some people like to know what you had for breakfast before they kill you. You may be smelling the guy's breakfast in a shield wall, like so, when you'll be defending yourself in a position something like so, in which case you are going to be doing that or that. but we'll get to that in a minute. Or straight down. Odds are, though, if you're nose to nose in a shield wall and you've got a sword and a shield, you're probably not swinging your sword at all. You're staying alive while pole arms are crashing down, and while the pole arms behind you are crashing down in front of you. But we'll get to that. Anywho, so we got this going on, right? Okay, we got this going on. Now, how do we hit somebody when they're so far away you can't smell their breakfast without using our hips? Because since I've got a sprained knee, I can't stand on my feet, and I can't even sit on my knees because I really shouldn't be putting any pressure on that. So I'm here to show you how to get power generation that'll kill somebody when you can't use your legs or your hips or your feet to put your entire body behind it. Physics. Physics, physics, physics. Trust the physics. So, we got this going on, right? Now, all we do is, when we've just about got our elbow completely there, we extend, all right? We start to extend our arm, and we extend our arm by elevating our elbow while straightening our arm. So we're using those muscles that lift the elbow while we're straightening our arm. So don't think about you don't have to think about throwing your hand out there. You can recruit other muscles that will raise the elbow. And you can these nice big shoulder muscles over here that are easy to build strength in. We use those, and there's this little known, little used muscle back here. I think it's part of the lats and it's part of the serratus anterior that can pull your arm up. How do I know this? Because my shoulder muscles on my right arm are not connected the way they were when at birth because of the surgery that had to be done to fix my rotator cuff. So I cannot as strongly do that anymore. In fact, until it was reattached, I couldn't do this at all. Until I rebuilt these muscles, I couldn't do this at all. And now, if I want to do it strongly, I have to recruit my shoulder blade. Oh, all right. I'm tightening my core, and I'm pulling my shoulder blade forward, so that uses muscles that go from here to here to straighten my arm. All right. Now imagine if all my life I've been working my core and working that just to straighten my arm, and on top of that, built my shoulder muscles. Think of how strong that is when you're recruiting all these muscles to do that. Think of how fast and how strong that blow can be, all right? Even if you're just punching them in the face. Now, of course, in this game, if we want to hit them with the edge of our blade, we got to punch them in the face with our fist up, which they don't do in boxing anymore, but you may see pictures of that in old school bare knuckle boxing. Bam! All right? Bam! Okay, now I'm doing it squared off. Let's do it with that shield shoulder forward, so I'm protecting myself with the shield. Bam! All right? If you can do that really strong, then you don't even need to use your hands. You just do a right cross, or left if you're lefty. Bam! All right? Bam! You get your tight grip on him, death grip right before you hit him. Bam! And you can take his head right off. Now, here's the thing about death grip when you're punching him in the face with your sword. If you death grip your sword while you're punching him in the face, your sword will never move faster than your hand. Now, if you've got a lot of strength in that blow, that's fine. There's some people who have one crown tourney with that being their bread and butter shot. But another thing is, that shot that comes straight across your face is very easy to block with the slightest little tweak of your forearm if you've got your shield in the right place. Just look at that. A little tweak and it's blocked. However, when I went tweak like this, that raised the front corner of my shield, not the back corner. So if I do this, I may get past that front corner. So that's why we began with the milking of the cow and the turning of the door handle, all right? So, from this angle, we elevate the elbow and we close the hand, just like so. We elevate the elbow and we close the hand, just like so. We elevate the elbow and we close the hand, just like so. From the front. We elevate the elbow and we close the hand. We elevate the elbow and we close the hand. We elevate the elbow and we close the hand. All right? We elevate the elbow and we close the hand. All right, you practice that while I go to see if there's any notes tucked in here. All right, who's there? Let's see. Okay, for some reason, oh, there's everybody who's been tuning in. Let's see, Maria, Jennifer, Daniel, Aaron, Tito, Jason, Edward, John, and other John. Okay. Oh, I like that. Oh, yeah, I wonder what that was about. All right, so let's continue again. This is the number one, this is the shot that is called number one in Sir Edward's 1, 2, 3, 4, also known as the flat snap. And it is basically the M1 of sword shots, if that makes any sense to you. Bam! All right, so for those of you who just tuned in, or who missed the details, you've got your shield shoulder pointing at your enemy. You've got your sword elbow back. You bring your sword elbow forward. You bring your sword elbow forward and you lift it while your hand uses that momentum to continue forward. All right? You move your sword elbow forward, you lift it, your hand continues forward, you squeeze the hand, and there goes your sword against the side of his head. Boom. All right? Boom. And believe it or not, most people are capable of killing somebody with just that. Now, you can also put your shoulders into it. Take that opposite shoulder blade, pretend somebody's got a string on the back of it, and pulls it. Boom. Now I'm using my core here. Boom. I'm also using my elbow, my shoulder blade muscle to lift the arm as well as the shoulder. Boom. So that means my core's really got to be active, so you got to do a lot of core exercises to max out the possibilities here. Boom. Okay, notice something. When I turned the door handle, I stopped in a death grip, all right? So you're just gonna have to let it slip a little bit, or have your hand move sort of in an angular direction here. Boom, there you go. So that way, boom, you get past that front corner of his shield, and you hit him in the side of the head. Boom, all right? Boom. Boom. Let's look at the hand here. Boom. 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 See, I've got, look at how I let it go just a little bit here. Boom. And I don't keep it on the death grip here. I loosen up this connection here, all right? Boom. 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 All right? So, having done that, let's just do that a few more times. You know, you forget 10% of everything you experience, so you got to experience one thing 10 times before you remember it entirely, right? That's just math. I don't know if it's really true. All right, so I'm going to be aiming at that guy over there. Boom. So that way you can, and I'm going to use my shoulders so that I can use my entire body from here up, because I can't use my hips because I can't plant my feet. You may be running down the battlefield and see a perfect target of opportunity right over there. Boom. Or you may be stuck on your knees. You may be sitting on a bench, on a hay bale, but you're still alive. Boom. Somebody might say, okay, the tournament today is in chairs. So I'm going to take this shoulder blade I'm going to yank it behind me. Boom. 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 I'm using everything from here up to generate power, to generate physics. Now there's my target. Boom. 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 Do it with me. Boom. Experiment. Try putting more focus on that shoulder blade for a few strokes. Boom. Initiate the blow from there. Boom. 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 Focus on using your lats and your serratus anterior and your abdomen. Boom. 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 Side view. Boom. 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 And you know, you could lean towards your opponent. Boom. And get them from further away. Now, the further you have to lean, the less power you're going to have. So, practice this. Work on it. I'm going to see if I can't turn on an exterior light here and get a little bit more light on this before we move to the next step. Shake it out. Okay, so we welcome back. So, having shaked it out and having hit him with the onside shot with the flat snap with the number 1 out of the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's move on to how you hit him on the other side. So, we've gotten our number 1 shot set up. Now from here, you release it, turn your head over, hand over, and strike him that way. For those of you just joining in, why I'm using this really short stick is so that, basically so that you'll see all of it in the frame, and it's just easier to use. Because you've got the quions that'll show you where the edge is, and so that you can see my fingers. So, a lot of bugs out here. So, we've got our number 1. We release it and turn it over. All right, that's the basic beginning, and then that's the basics of it. And now we're going to break it down. Okay, so you have thrown the blow. Notice I don't say swing, because when I say swing, people think that I mean swing your arms around like so. You throw it straight forward. All right. So we've thrown the blow. There's the light. Ah, there's an electric eye in there. Okay. Right, so, having thrown the blow, we release it with our hands until the sword's pretty much vertically straight down or perpendicular to our angle of attack. All right, then we raise our elbow until the sword just turns itself over, and we turn our hand over so the palm is down. All right, we've done this, we bring it back and over. We've done this, we bring it back. We're bringing our whole arm back. Actually, I said your sword has to keep on going in order for its momentum to help you, and you're not fighting the momentum. If you try to turn your elbow over too soon, you're going to be using your hand to leverage this thing over, and you're not going to have any force at the end. If you let the sword's own momentum come back when your elbow goes over, then your sword's own momentum is going to help you with the power hitting them on the other side of the head. So we swing it, we bring it back and over. All right, our hand does elevate a little bit. Boom. In fact, there's a way of doing this where the hand elevates all the way up. Your weapon has to be longer when you do that, and you would break through the frame of this here screen here. So we're going to do it without raising the arm all the way up. So again, out, bring it back, turn the elbow over, and there you are. And we switch our position so that you see it from the front, forward, bring it back, and over. All right, back on the shoulder, forward, bring it back and over. Okay, and now remember, the knife edge of your hand is the knife edge of your sword. So, forward, back, and over. And so you really gotta, now the sword did actually turn in my hand a little bit as I was bringing it over. So my hand is not fully, this is one of those things that theoretically, which is of course impossible, you're doing this. Let me just give you an example with another stick. Let's say that line of duct tape is the edge. Boom, boom, all right? The weight of it allows my hand to turn over a little bit. There you go. You want to avoid the tennis racket paddle. All right, this isn't a tennis racket paddle. This is a sword. All right? So, you bring it forward, back, and over. You bring it forward, back, and over. Enemy's over there. You bring it forward, back, and over. Now, if you're able to put a twist of your upper body into it, that'll get you more power. Now remember, we're trying to develop power without using our hips. Why are we doing this? Because someday you may have to. You may not get a chance to plant your feet, or you may have a sprained knee and you can't practice on your feet. So, there and there. Let's put those shoulders into it, which means we're using a lot of core strength. We're also using our serratus anterior and our lats and our shoulder blade. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, how did we go boom without putting the sword back on our shoulder? We pulled our elbow down. Boom. We used leverage within our hand. I pushed down on the base of the sword to leverage it over my thumb and then closed my hand. Let's look at that closer up. I've delivered the blow, right? And now, when I'm pulling my elbow down, I'm using the leverage of, did I say thumb? I'm using the leverage of the pinky or the pad under the pinky. That, you know, like the equivalent of the ball of your foot put in your palm, to leverage the sword down. And then you close the hand and you hit him. All right, so you've released it, turn the hand over. All right, the black stripe is the edge, so I've hit him in the head. Now I'm pulling the elbow down, I'm levering, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but I'm levering the sword over and closing it at the last split second. Release, there, down, and over. Release, there, down, and over. When I'm going over, I'm actually, it's a little different every time because I'm trying to show you things, and so I'm not thinking of what I'm trying to show you one thing, and I'm not thinking of what I'm doing on the other thing. So bear with me. And you yourself, experiment. Find out what happens if you use this, if you lever it with your pinky, or if you lever it with your hand, or if you just let the momentum of it go. Because everybody's body's a little different. All right, now I can't get this elbow up with my head all the way over there, and I'm likely not going to be hitting somebody with a sword in this weird position, because as much physics as I can get, well, we'll see. Maybe, just maybe, I wound up with my sword hand forward because my sword foot's forward, or because I'm standing facing this way and I see an enemy over here. All right, So how do I develop a killing blow with my sword foot forward without being able to use my feet for leverage and without being able to use my hips? Well, and in fact, he may even be outside the pizza slice of doom. All right? So I've done that, or I haven't done that. I'm here, and all of a sudden I gotta be here, gotta use that elbow. Really put all the force into getting that elbow up. That straightens your arm if you want to get him at maximum range. Boom. If he's not at maximum range, boom. That's gonna be very difficult to get force in. Boom, right there, or maybe not. Boom. But the fact that you've got most people don't have a lot of strength in the forearm, you maximize it by rotating the wrist, by rotating your elbow. Small circle in the shoulder, big circle in the elbow, small circle in the wrist. Bang. All right? Bang. 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 Or if he's far away, bang. Bang. Let me change position so you can see it from a different angle. All right? I'm here from close in. Bang, 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 from far away, bang, bang, bang. I'm trying to use as much of my upper body as I can. If I'm actually in a goofy foot position, I probably have my shield in front of me. I've probably got my shoulders squared already. So, pulling this shoulder back can push that elbow forward. Boom. Boom. Maximizing both range and power. And the whole point of having your sword hand forward, aside from straightening here, oh my gosh, it was an accident, is to get range. Because when your sword hand is forward, it's closer to the enemy. So, boom, reach out and touch someone. Boom. 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 All right. And now, what if, let's try it facing straight forward again. Boom. 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 Now that's stronger than just a jab like that because you've got the magic of the physics from turning the door handle closed. All right. That's why we begin every workout with this, so that we can do that and be extra strong. And now, can we hit him on the other side of the head? Yeah, because here's why. When you're going out, you have not committed to what side of the head you hit him on until you close the door handle. Therefore, you can close the door handle the other way. All right? And if the opening then is on that side of the head and not this side of the head, you punch forward, close it the other way, and you've hit him on the other side of the head with all the physics that you did on the first side of the head. So, you're here, either you were facing this way and all of a sudden you see your enemy there, or you decided you want to have those extra few inches, that extra half a foot or so of range, right? Well, boom. Okay, that's straightforward. Boom. All right. Boom. Now you really got to use all of your core, your shoulders, your everything to get that offside shot to be really strong. But boom, it can happen. Boom. All right. Boom. Boom. Practice it. All right. We've only got a few more seconds until it gets too dark to be any good here. So let's just let's go back to our basic shield foot forward, and let's just do some 1-2 with that, and then we'll throw in a wrap shot. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now without stopping. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to use a longer stick for your benefit. 2, 1. There's my edge. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Changing where my target is. 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. I'm using my shoulders without using my hips. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Try to change it up. Try to use more of the pulling of the opposite shoulder blade back for a while. Concentrate on using that shoulder blade to move the arm forward for a while and back. 1, 2. You've got a full body of muscle that you can use that can generate physics and power in all kinds of ways. And the more you use different muscles, the less tired each muscle will get. 2, 1, 2. Shake it out, and we'll hit it up on the wrap shot. Okay. So if you've got water, drink water. Okay. So the wrap shot. Let's see if I can do it with the dagger, which actually works more as a billy club than a dagger. Anyway, so the wrap shot, you bring it forward, and right when about the sword is perpendicular to your line on the enemy, you turn your elbow over. All right, and that way it swings. The sword swings around and hits him in the back of the head. Front view. Bang. All right. Bang. 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 And you see, I'm doing it with the same lack of hip motion. In fact, I didn't even use the other shoulder. And if you do it right and you time it right, and you get if you get the maximum point of impact at where the impact is, like right, bang, there, just past where the death grip would take it. The death grip would take it here, but if I let it slip a little, it goes here, and here's where the maximum point of impact will be. Boom. I can not death grip it and not hit myself in the head because I'm using a short stick. Boom. All right there. Then you can get even more power than, you can get a lot of power. I'm not going to say even more than anything. Boom. All right. Boom. You can even do a wrap shot to the side of the head. Boom. That gets an extra few inches. That gets them a slightly different angle. And it's all because you turned your elbow over. And when turning the elbow over, that forces the wrist over, and that forces the hand over. And if you squeeze it at just the right moment at the end there, that brings the back of the sword to the back of his head. Okay? Boom. All right? Boom. Or to the side of his head. Boom. All right? Boom. Look at the difference in angle from not turning it over to turning it over and hitting him in the side of the head. Boom. Now every time I do this, you try to do it yourself, okay? I'm just gonna do the straight to the side of the head. Boom. All right? Boom. All right? Boom. All right? Boom. Okay? Now try to focus on pulling that opposite shoulder back. Boom. All right? Boom. Oof. Boom. Oof. Boom. Feel that power. Boom. And I'm not pushing off my feet. Boom. And I'm not pushing off my butt. Boom. Now, I don't want to be dragging my shield all the way down here, so let me practice holding my shield up front. Boom. 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 Let's try it nice and slow. All right. All right. From the side. And now full wrap. Boom. Now notice how I got it pointing down. That's how you can hit him over the top of his head in the back. Boom. That's by getting that elbow pointing up so that that wrist points up so that your hand is pointing down. Boom. Okay, I'm going to hold the hand lower so you can see it in range. Boom. There you go. That's the way to hit someone in the back of the head when they're on their knees, or if you're taller than them. Boom. All right. Boom. All right. Boom. Let's put some body into it. Boom. 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 From the side. Boom. 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 Keep the shield in front. Boom. 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 Last time. Boom. Shake it out. And then we're going to do 1, 2, wrap shot. 1, 2, wrap shot. All just using the upper body, just the upper part of the upper body, just the shoulders, engage the core, pull from the elbow, pull from the shoulder blade, engage the lats, engage the serratus anterior so your core is connected to your shoulder. All right. Okay, so now just a quick reminder before we go into our last drill. Remember this this workout, this exercise here with the there you go, putting your forearm on your thigh, right, or on the arm rest of an armchair, clamping down on your forearm, and then closing your hand and turning this lead pipe that you can pretend that I'm holding this way, or you can hold your basket hilted sword upside down, or a baseball bat, or basically anything with a weight where more of the weight is there than it is here. Okay? All right? That will develop that killer muscle on the side of your forearm that blacksmiths and carpenters have. Okay? Look up fitness magazines about how to build shoulder strength. Indian clubs are great tools for swinging. Look up club swinging and then pass by all the adult material. Look up club swinging and swinging Indian clubs. They come in different sizes, different shapes, different weights, because that's all about strengthening up your shoulder girdle, which in addition to enabling you to do more sword blows without hurting your shoulders, will expand your the muscles that open and close your lungs, which means you'll be able to breathe more deeply and get more oxygen into your body, which means you'll be a stronger performing athlete. All right? So don't skimp on your back, because your back is where you got your shoulder blade muscles, which when you engage will open a world of possibilities for developing power and strength. And got to use that core. All right, everything flows out of the core, like energy from a flower or something like that. I have no idea what that means. So we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 2, then wrap. Okay, I'm going to start showing this way so that you can see it from this way. And let me brace this stool here. So 1, 2, and then we bring your elbow down and around and then up again. Okay, you got to time that with the sword. So 1, 2, bring your elbow down and up, and then bring your elbow down to do number 1, then bring your elbow up to do number 2, then bring your elbow down and bring it up again. Now I'm not even extending my arm here. Let's see it from the side. You can extend your arm when you need the range, but there it is. I'm not even using my upper body now. I'm just using my arm. And up. Okay, I'm isolating the arm so you can concentrate on what the arm does. Elbow down. Elbow up. Elbow down and up. Elbow down. Elbow up. Elbow down and up. One more time. Elbow down. Elbow up. Elbow down and up. One more time. Elbow down. Elbow up. Elbow down and up. Now, let's use the body. All right? Shield in front. Pull back on that opposite elbow. I just kind of used my feet. Let me not use my feet, which means I got to use all these muscles from the core up, not using the hips, because you may be in a position where you don't have the opportunity to plant your feet and use your hips. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, I'm not extending so that way you can see my hand. And there. And there. And boom. Shield, shoulder back. Shield, shoulder forward. Shield, shoulder back. And back again. All right. Shield, shoulder back. Sword, shoulder back. Shield, shoulder back. Sword, shoulder back. So, without moving the sword, it's this, and then this, and then this. There's sort of a swinging motion in that. Let's try and figure that out. Boom. 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 All right, and boom. 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 And boom. 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 And boom. 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 And boom. Boom. Gauge that core. See what that does for you. Boom. 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 And boom. 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 The more you move your upper body, the different muscles you need to use in the shoulder. Let's see if I can, how little of shoulder muscle I can use here. Hang on. Boom. 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 There you go. By dipping my upper body, I don't have to raise my elbow up. Boom. 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 You doing it with me? Boom. You can. I know you can. Do it slower if you need to. Boom. Boom. Let's do it 3 more times. 1. 2. And for last time. 1, 2, 3. All right, shake it out, everybody. Okay, it's getting dark out here, so thank you very much for sticking around. I really do appreciate the faith that you've given me by allowing me to come onto your computer screens and show you what little I know about swinging a sword. I've been learning a lot about it myself over these past 15, 16, 18, whatever weeks it's been, that the coronavirus shutdown has meant that we can't have actual in-person sword fighting practices. And I'm fortunate enough that in this temporary living arrangement that I'm in, we've got a backyard. So, go eat something or drink something or both. Replace your fluids and replace your electrolytes. If that means Gatorade or Powerade or something to you, go right ahead. If that means pickles and pickle juice, even better. You know your body, or find out about your body to find out what works worst, what works best. Replace some carbohydrates, replace some protein, especially if that means a steak or chicken, do that. If that means turmeric, that means bone broth, turmeric flavored protein powder, do that. No judgments. Just feel free to talk to a nutritionist or a doctor to figure out what works best for you. And in the meantime, wash your hands, wash your face, clean up, cover up, especially if you've been outside and like touch a handle on a subway or something like that. Be nice to people. Everybody deserves a chance to be the best that they can be, so let's give them that chance. And because not everybody's getting out of the situation that we're in today alive. We've lost a few already, so we can at least be nice to each other so that we only lose people to things we can't control instead of to things that we are perfectly capable of stopping. And perfectly capable of not doing. All right. I love you all. This has been Lord Irvold the Optimistic, known in the real world as Zorik Lakidra, some people who call Captain Zorik. And next time I'll be on Facebook Live will be tomorrow, approximately 5 o'clock, doing our socially distant Music Madness. And I'll also be updating the situation with the legal situation regarding my home, and maybe I'll do another vacant city when I find myself in a neighborhood that I feel like talking about. But anyway, that's about it. Love you all. Lord Irvold the Optimistic. Coming at and if you missed any of this, I'm replaying this. This will be still up on my Facebook page for eternity, or Zuckerberg, as long as Zuckerberg allows it to, and it'll be on YouTube in a week or two. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/New York Knights Combat 1. The name of it is New York Knights, but the URL is youtube.com/New York Knights Combat 1. Okay, love you all.